Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a video on this look right here, and it's all using the Carli Bybel palette. In case you don't know what it looks like, it just looks like this. There are 10 eyeshadows and 4 highlights. She does have a new deluxe one that is out, but in case you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. This is her original one before the deluxe one. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so now that our hair is pulled up and it's out of our face, we're just going to go right into it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to work on the eyes. And for the eyes, I'm going to be using my Carli Bybel palette. Just looks like this. I know the light's kind of bright, so it's kind of hard to see, but this is what it looks like. This is not her deluxe palette. Like, she has a new deluxe one that is way bigger than this. These palettes are honestly amazing. Like, they're done by BH Cosmetics in collaboration with Carli, and this thing was only like $12, and it's like some of the best highlights and shadows that I've ever had. So like, if you guys haven't used this, I really recommend it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prime our eyes, of course, just so that everything looks the best it can. So I'm just gonna blend it out. So now that our eyeshadow is all blended, we're gonna set that with some translucent powder. Well, not technically translucent because this is a color, but just any loose powder that you like. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. This is my It Cosmetics loose setting powder, the one that I always use. I'm just gonna dust that all over my eyes. Next, what I'm going to do is use some brow gel. You guys know the one I use. It's the Maybelline Brow Drama. And I haven't been wearing brow gel lately, but for this look, I want my brow hairs to really stay in place. Now that our brows are going to stay in place for the rest of the night or for the day, we're gonna work on the eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Carli Bybel palette, of course, and we're gonna take this shade right here. It's like a light purple shade. It's right next to the dark purple, so we're gonna use these two right here, the light purple and the dark purple. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take the light purple, just a little bit. These shadows are incredibly pigmented, so you really don't need a lot. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to place that right into my crease, kind of as like our transition color. And you want to use like a light hand just because these are really pigmented. So like, I barely put any on and it's just like there. So I'm just going to take my time with it and blend it. Just keep going back and forth. Okay, so once I think that the two sides are pretty even, I'm gonna move on to the darker purple that I showed you guys. So it's just this one right here in the corner. That one right there. So I'm going to take this one on kind of like a more detailed brush, kind of like a more precise brush, and again, you don't need a lot. And then I'm going to put that more into the crease itself. I kind of put the lighter shade in the crease, and like the upper crease is a transition. I'm going to place this one right into the crease and like my outer V. So once I place the two shades, I know it may look like just a little bit crazy on the outside. I'm gonna go in and take like a nice fluffy brush like this one, and I'm just gonna blend and diffuse the edges and just blend everything together. Because of course we don't want any harsh lines. So I'm just gonna go blend it all out before I highlight my brow bone. Next I'm gonna highlight my brow bone. So I'm gonna take my Tartelette Bloom palette, the one that I always use. The shade is Charmer. It's this one right here. I'm just gonna take a flat brush, pick up some product, and I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone. So I'm going to take one of our highlight colors, which is one of the ones at the bottom. All 4 of these are highlight colors, and then the ones at the top are eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with this one right here. This one's like a very, very pink shade. This one's kind of in between the super pink one and the super gold one. So I'm going to take that one right here. Of course, I'm going to take my flat brush, and I'm going to spray some Fix Plus. So I'm going to take some of that color on my brush, and I'm going to place this all over my lid. Just to blend out the harsh edges, I'm going to take that same fluffy brush and just blend everything together. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to tightline. I'm going to tightline my upper lash line and my waterline. Next is mascara, so I'm going to use my Benefit Roller Lash. I am going to use some falsies today, so I want to prep my lashes. I'm not going to do too heavy of a coat, I'm just going to give myself a quick coat. So the lashes I'm going to use today are the Ardell Wispies. They just look like that. They come in a pack of 2 sets of lashes, some duo eye glue, and like some tweezers. I'm still not good with the tweezers. I don't know why. Sometimes my fingers are just so much easier, but I'm gonna try the tweezers today. Cause I don't know, I feel like it'd be so much easier with the tweezers, but like for some reason, it doesn't work for me. So now that the lashes are on, I'm just going to let them sit, let the glue really dry. So I'm going to move on to my face, and first, of course, is primer. I'm using my Coverfx Illuminating Primer. So, you know, I like to put some on the back of my hand, and then I take this like flat foundation brush, and I'm just going to work that all over the skin. I did moisturize prior to this video, just because my face was feeling really dry, so I just wanted to give it some moisture and then give it some time to set into my skin before I started this video. So I did moisturize. So now it's foundation. So of course, Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation in the shade Awakened. I'm just gonna dampen my beauty blender with my MAC Fix Plus. And I know my beauty blender looks like hella dirty, but I keep washing it all the time and I feel like it's just stuck at the bottom. So if you guys have any tips on cleaning your beauty blender like really good, comment down below, because like it's not dirty, it's just stuck in there and like I don't know what's going on. Next for concealer, I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal. To be setting my under eyes, I'm going to be using the same It Cosmetics that I used to set my eyelids. So I'm just going to take some of that. So next is bronzing and contouring. So I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to be using the two shades on the end. This is Somber and this is Subconscious. And I like to use it with a Real Techniques contour brush. So now I'm going to move on to the lower lash line. So what I like to do is I like to take my eyeliner pencil, and since I already did the bottom waterline, what I like to do is just go in again and kind of place it more on where my lashes are instead of my waterline, giving it like a more smudgy effect. So then what I like to do is just go and do it messy. You don't have to do it perfect at all, because we're going to go in and clean it up and smudge it. So I already placed it in my waterline. So I'm just going to go gently kind of like where my lashes are. Kind of like that, just because we want to smoke it out. Oh my god, I just poked myself in the eye. Whew. So I know it looks a little bit crazy in the bottom. So I'm just going to take a flat brush like this. Just kind of smudge it. Just like that. And I know that we already did concealer and powder and stuff like that, but to me it doesn't really matter because I can just go back in and fix it. I'm going to take some of my Neutrogena wipes, and sometimes I feel like I put like maybe a little too much or it's a little bit too low, so I just take like half a wipe and I put it around my finger. And I know I have concealer and I have powder under there, but you know, I'll go back and fix it. You know, the end product is like the most important. So I'm just gonna kind of clean it up because I dragged it a little bit too low, because I want it more smoky towards the top, but I just put it a little bit too low. And then, so we just smoked out our lower lash line. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now that I'm done smoking out the lower lash line, I'm going to move on to the rest of the eye. So what I'm going to do is take my Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm going to take the color Activist, which is this one right here. It's just one of the darker shades that I have. And I'm not very good, honestly, with liquid eyeliner. I practice and I practice, but you know, it just never works for me. So what I want to do is kind of create the illusion that I do have eyeliner on my lids. So what I like to do is I'm going to take an angled brush, just like this one, and I'm going to pick up a good amount of the color that I want. And then I'm just going to look into my mirror, and as close to the lash line as possible, I'm going to pack this on, and it gives the illusion that you have eyeliner on your lid, but it's just dark shadow. And this is kind of a tedious process because you have to, you know, pack it on and then pick up more color. At least for me, that's how it is. So I just really take my time with it. I'm in no rush, honestly. So it just gives me the illusion that I'm wearing eyeliner, but it's just shadow. So now to finish off the eyes, I need to blend the falsies with my real lashes. So I'm just going to go back in the same mascara that I used, and I'm just going to blend the two together. So I am coming out with a video soon about false lashes, how to trim them, how to clean them, how to apply them. So just be on the lookout for that one. It should be coming very, very soon. So we're almost done with this whole look. Now, of course, we cannot forget the best part ever, highlighting. So I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Glow Kit, of course. This one never fails me. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Bubbly, which is this one right here. So you guys know I like to take like a denser brush, spray it with Fix Plus, pack on some color, and just apply it right to my cheeks. I'm gonna put a little bit down the bridge of my nose, just because I'm feeling a little bit adventurous. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just press over where I put the highlight, just to melt it into the skin so it doesn't look too powdery. So last but not least is lips. So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna take my Candy K lip liner by Kylie Cosmetics, and I'm gonna line my lips and fill them in. To top that off, I'm going to be using the Candy K liquid lip that comes together with the lip liner. And now the last step, of course, is to spray your face with some Fix Plus. So here's the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget to comment and subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know what you guys want me to film. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.